Let's get right into it. Number 1. The Gruen transfer picture. This. You walk into a store for toothpaste. Just toothpaste. You've rehearsed it in your head like a mantra. Don't look left, don't look right, just toothpaste. 5 minutes later, you're standing in the checkout line with a candle that smells like haunted pumpkin orchard and a ceramic owl you absolutely didn't need. Congratulations, you just fell victim to the Gruen transfer. This isn't just being distracted, it's architecture-level psychological manipulation. Stores are literally designed like psychological labyrinths. Shiny displays, meandering aisles, random seasonal wonderlands. The goal? To disorient you just enough that your brain abandons mission mode and switches to ooh shiny rock mode. Psychologists call it the moment of surrender, when your rational plan collapses like a cheap IKEA shelf. Companies engineer this with lighting, music, even the smell of baked cookies floating through the air vents. Yes, your nose is a traitor. Once you're in that state of mild confusion, your impulse control shrinks faster than cotton in a hot dryer. Suddenly, your cart looks like Santa's sleigh. Basically, you didn't shop. You got shopped. Number 2. Scarcity panic. Ever notice how your brain turns into a toddler during a sale? Only 2 left in stock, and suddenly you're sprinting like it's the Olympics of consumerism. You weren't even sure you wanted the thing, but now it feels like your personal destiny depends on owning it. This is the scarcity principle at work. Our caveman brains are wired to see rare things as automatically valuable. Back when rare meant food or water, that was useful. Now it means you're clawing at strangers over Black Friday waffle makers. The kicker? Companies fake scarcity all the time. Those little countdown timers on websites, the sale ends in 3 hours banners, or the classic last chance email. They're psychological cattle prods. Even airlines do it. Only 1 seat left at this price. Okay, Karen, but somehow that 1 seat exists every single time I check. Scarcity hijacks your brain's survival wiring, making you think the product isn't just a product. It's your golden ticket to happiness. And yeah, that's why you now own 3 limited edition Funko Pops collecting dust on your shelf. Number 3. The decoy effect. Imagine you're choosing between 2 popcorn sizes at the movies. Small for $4, large for $7. You're thinking, I don't need that much popcorn. I'll go small. But then, plot twist, the cashier points to a medium for $6. Suddenly, large looks like a steal, and just like that, you're dual-wielding a bucket the size of your torso. That's the decoy effect, also known as the asymmetric dominance effect, if you want to sound fancy at parties no one wants to be at. Companies deliberately introduce a worse option, not to sell it, but to make the pricier one look like a better deal. Your brain loves comparisons more than absolute values. Instead of asking, do I want popcorn for $7? Your brain asks, is $7 better than $6 for a much bigger size? And suddenly the answer feels obvious. This is why streaming services have pointless middle tiers no one buys. They're bait. The middle tier exists purely to push you into the expensive one. Basically, your rational brain just got out-negotiated by popcorn math. Number 4. Anchoring trap. Let's say I ask you, hey, is the tallest tree in the world taller or shorter than 200 feet? Then I ask you to guess its height. Odds are your brain is going to orbit around that 200-foot number like a satellite that never asked for this job. That's anchoring. Your brain latches onto the first number it sees, and suddenly everything revolves around it. Companies abuse this like it's a cheat code. Why do you think luxury brands show you a $1,200 handbag first? It's not because they think you're going to buy it. It's because once your brain anchors to that price, suddenly the $300 bag looks like a steal. Oh, it's basically free. No, Brenda, it's not. You just got price hypnotized. Restaurants do this with menus too. Ever notice that one absurdly expensive item, like a $150 steak? It's not there for steak enthusiasts. It's there to make the $1.60 steak feel reasonable. Anchoring tricks your brain into recalibrating what normal is, like moving the thermostat of your wallet without asking you. So yeah, when you saved money by buying the cheaper option, you actually just paid exactly what they wanted. Anchoring, the art of making overpriced look like a bargain. Number 5. Artificial social proof. You know that feeling when you're trying to decide if a restaurant is good and you glance at the line outside. Suddenly your brain goes, "Oh, there's a crowd, it must be good." Except sometimes that crowd is just actors. Or worse, it's digital actors, bots, reviews, stars that were bought cheaper than your morning coffee. Social proof is basically peer pressure for adults. Humans are wired to copy other humans because back in cave days, following the group meant not being eaten by lions. Now it means you buy a random phone charger with 50,000 five-star reviews that all mysteriously say, "Very good product, I like very much." Companies know you'll fall for it. They seed fake reviews, inflate follower counts, or stage scarcity by hiring people to line up outside new store launches. You see popularity, your brain translates that into safety, and suddenly you're swiping your card like it's a trust exercise. Basically, it's high school all over again, except now you're paying $9 for an acai bowl because everyone else is doing it. Number 6. Endless scroll purgatory. Ever check one thing real quick on social media and then wake up 3 hours later like you've been abducted by aliens? Yeah, that's not an accident. Infinite scroll was engineered to be bottomless, like a psychological bag of chips. You keep reaching in, and somehow there's always another crumb. Your brain loves unpredictability. It's the same reason slot machines are addictive. You don't know what the next scroll will bring. Cute puppy, outrageous news story, unhinged aunt's political rant. It's a dopamine slot machine, and your thumb is the lever. Apps figured this out fast. If they let you finish, you'd leave. So instead, they engineered frictionless design. No next page button, no natural stopping points, just you, your phone, and an endless feed until your battery dies or your soul does. And the wild part? You're not scrolling because you're entertained. You're scrolling because your brain is chasing the possibility of entertainment. It's like waiting for the bus. You don't leave because you think the good post is coming any second now. Spoiler, it's not. Basically, your attention span got drafted into a casino game you never signed up for. Number 7. The default trap. Imagine signing up for a free trial and thinking, "I'll cancel later." Spoiler alert, you won't. And companies know this, which is why defaults are rigged in their favor. That little pre-checked box for "subscribe to our newsletter," the automatic trial to paid switcheroo. Yeah, that's not laziness, it's psychological warfare. Defaults work because your brain is a professional procrastinator. Making decisions takes mental energy, so most people stick with whatever's already selected. Psychologists call this status quo bias, which is just science's fancy way of saying, meh, too much effort. Even governments know this works. Countries with opt-out organ donation systems have way higher donor rates than opt-in ones, not because people care less, but because the default does the heavy lifting. Companies hijack that same brain glitch. If cancelling requires 5 clicks, a phone call, and maybe a blood sacrifice, most people just don't. So when you find yourself donating $14.99 a month to a streaming service you haven't used since 2019, congrats, you're paying rent to the default trap. Number 8. Loss aversion hustle. Here's a fun fact. Your brain hates losing stuff more than it likes gaining stuff. Like, you'd be more upset about losing $20 than happy about finding $20. That's loss aversion. and companies exploit it like it's their full-time job. Ever see those free trials that say, keep all your progress if you subscribe now? That's not generosity, it's psychological handcuffs. You are being tricked into feeling like you'll lose something if you don't pay up. Same thing with loyalty points, streaks, or those apps that guilt trip you. You're about to lose your 137-day meditation streak. Oh no, my imaginary gold star. Loss aversion works because your brain evolved in a world where losses could literally mean death. Losing berries? No food. Losing shelter? Good luck surviving the storm. But now it means you're panicking over fake digital trophies and pixelated streaks. Basically, you're not buying products, you're paying ransom money to keep your own progress. Number 9. Time distortion design. Ever notice casinos don't have clocks? That's not just because time is depressing, it's because removing time cues makes your brain lose track of how long you've been stuck there. Digital platforms learned that trick too. Social media apps blur the edges between minutes and hours until you don't know whether you've been scrolling for 5 minutes or 5 years. Bright colors, notifications, autoplay, all of it stretches and compresses time. It's like being inside a funhouse where your brain's internal clock just gives up and lies down. You tell yourself, just one more video, but autoplay is already like, oh sweetie, here's 10 more you didn't ask for. The result? You waste way more time than you intended. Apps don't want you to think about time because time is what makes you realize, oh wow, I've been staring at TikTok for 2 presidential terms. Basically, they don't just steal your attention, they hack your sense of reality itself. Number 10. Color psychology schemes. You ever wonder why fast food restaurants are basically painted in ketchup and mustard? That's not a coincidence, it's manipulation with a paintbrush. Red and yellow are colors that scream energy, urgency, eat now before your fries get cold. They literally rev up your appetite and make you less patient, which is perfect when they want you to scarf down a burger and clear the table. Meanwhile, apps weaponize different colors. That little red notification bubble, pure panic fuel. Red is the color of blood, danger, stop signs. And now, Karen liked your Facebook post. It's a color your brain can't ignore. Blue, on the other hand, is the color of trust and calm, which is why tech companies love slapping it on their logos. Basically, color psychology is a mood remote for your brain, and you're the channel being flipped. So the next time you're staring at a bright red limited offer button, just know, it's not a button. It's a psychological cattle prod in disguise. Number 11. Gamification traps. Imagine going for a jog and your app tells you, "Congrats, you've unlocked the bronze turtle badge." Suddenly, you're running 5 extra miles, not for health, but for a cartoon turtle. That's gamification, companies turning everyday tasks into fake little video games to keep you hooked. Points, badges, levels, streaks, none of this means anything, but your brain acts like you just unlocked the infinity gauntlet. Why? Because rewards, no matter how fake, light up the dopamine system like fireworks. Your brain doesn't care that the badge is imaginary, it just cares that it got a treat. This is why fitness apps, language learning apps, even shopping platforms throw you fake milestones. They're tricking your brain into playing a game you never signed up for. And the worst part, once you've got a streak, you'll do dumb stuff to protect it. Nobody wants to be the person who lost their 400-day Duolingo streak because they fell asleep. Basically, they turned your life into Candy Crush, except instead of candy, it's your money and time dissolving. Number 12. Personalized manipulation. You know that creepy moment when you mention needing new shoes and suddenly every ad on your feed is about sneakers. Yeah, that's not fate, it's surveillance marketing. Companies vacuum up every crumb of your data, clicks, searches, even how long you hovered over a picture of a toaster. Then they stitch together a digital voodoo doll of you. The psychology hack here is hyper-personalization. Ads feel eerily relevant, so your brain assumes, well, this product must be perfect for me, when in reality, it's just machine learning predicting your weaknesses. They know when you're bored, tired, stressed, because that's when you're most likely to buy. It's like having a salesperson who knows all your secrets and never ever stops whispering. Hey, I heard you're lonely. Want a weighted blanket? And your brain's like, wow, how did you know? Basically, it's not advertising anymore, it's digital mind reading, and you're the lab rat in the experiment. Number 13. The illusion of choice picture, walking down a grocery aisle with 47 different kinds of cereal. At first you're like, wow, so many options. But then you realize most of them are made by the same two companies, just wearing different hats. That's the illusion of choice. Companies flooding you with options so you feel empowered, while you're actually just picking which puppet you want pulling your strings. Psychologically, too many choices overwhelm your brain. It's called decision fatigue, and it makes you more likely to grab something, anything, just to escape the paralysis. And companies know this. They overwhelm you, then position the option they wanted you to pick as the easy choice. So when you're stuck between Ultra Crunch, Mega Crunch, and Crunch 3000, just remember, the only real choice is whether you're going to play their game or not. Spoiler, you probably already did. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.